Righto guys, welcome back to another ep. This one's pretty damn special. We are at the base of Falls Creek, mate, in a town called Mount Beauty. Now come over here and say good day to the misso, because this is her spot for the Arvo. How you going? Now,
Absolutely.
I reckon, who built this fire, Beck? Because it's smoking pretty hard.
That was definitely you, mate.
It was not me. It was her first ever time building a fire. You can see why, can't you? Nah. Anyway, we're going to base ourselves here. I'll give you a quick walk around this campsite. Look at this, absolute riverfront.
Oh, isn't this... And we're on an unpowered side.
Hey,
it's so special.
Pop quiz, mate. What river's that?
Kiwa.
Oh, she got it. K-I-E-W-A, the Kiwa River.
We're
Now,
in the Kiwa Valley.
the good thing about this, mate, is that every bit of snow that falls on Falls Creek, comes down the mountain when it melts and comes through this river. How cool is that? So in September, when they have heaps and heaps of snow, they generally have to shut this because it'll flood, because there's too much water in here.
So
But,
pretty.
mate, this is us, the people who own it, Alex and Dwayne. We'll introduce you to those guys. Dwayne's going to take me on a little hunting trip, and we're going to go chase a sambar deer, and so we can butcher it in the field and we can actually eat some venison on our trip down there.
That'd be so wicked. And if you didn't know, that's on Jack's like 2022.
I'm going to take the young fella as well. So we'll see how we go. It's not a guaranteed, we don't know if we'll get one, but Dwayne's pretty good at it, so we'll go for a look. This is it, mate. This is the park in Mount Beauty. Over the next week or so, we'll show you about this. We'll take you up the mountain, we'll do a few tricks and treats, and we're just going to chill around the fire a lot.
It's probably about 7 degrees, I reckon.
Yeah, it's beautiful down here.
But it's just, I don't know, it's like being in the cold's still a bit of a novelty for us. I'm not sure how long it'll last, but cozying up and being around the fire and looking at the snow-capped mountains,
It's good.
It's special.
And you know what? It's the perfect spot
Love
to
it.
day trip and explore Falls Creek without the $1,000 a night price tag. We'll show you that as well, because Bex made me cough up a bit of coin to go and stay on the mountain next week. But this, mate, it's just a caravan park. You stay down the bottom. It's only 40 minutes up to Falls Creek. You can go skiing. Just a hot tip, we'll show you later in the ep. If you do suffer from travel sickness, what should you do?
Take some travel, calm.
It ruined Beck yesterday,
Yeah.
mate. Coming down the mountain, she was cactus for about an hour
Because
afterwards.
Justin was a bloody rally
I
driver.
was not.
going
I had
down
people
those
overtaking me
mountains.
everywhere.
Oh, you know what? It's 40 kilometres, but Justin's like, new. And I was like, mate.
It's windy, mate. It's windy. Anyway, that's it. Let's get into it. What do you say?
No, I'm not.
Right.
Okay, no, I'm going to say
You
now,
gonna say it?
People have drinking games, so I'm going to say, giddy up.
Yes. Little bit of info before we get started in this video. This has all happened since filming the Mount Beauty episode. Do you want to kick it off, dear? What do you got?
It's been a big week in the Lorimer household, let me tell you. But super excited to announce really that we've published a book.
Absolutely.
So I'm super excited. It's open for pre-order. The release date isn't until November 29, but Justin's going to put a QR code, so you can just grab your phone and hold it up to the QR code.
That's right.
And it'll take you straight to the book. It's basically like a how-to guide prepping to travel Australia, as well as an Australian itinerary. It's got packing lists. We talk about budget, free camping.
And photos, mate.
Yeah,
It has got
images.
that many amazing images to show what the places look like. And you watch the kids grow up throughout as well. It's unreal. In fact, I reckon the best way to explain it, it's the book we wish we had 7 years ago.
Absolutely.
Like if we could have had all this info, well, we probably only would have done 1 lap, not 4, because we wouldn't have had to go back. So I'm glad we didn't have it. But anyway, you guys will get the chance, and I'll drop this in here. I'm super proud of you, dude.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's so like, Year 9, Year 12 Beck would never have envisioned publishing a book. But as I said, November 29 release date. You can grab it in bookstores. I believe it's getting stocked in Kmart, Big W, Anaconda.
Which brings us to our next big announcement.
Oh, yes. Like I said, it's been a huge week.
You seen what we're wearing?
Look.
Have a look at this.
We've
This one. Hang on. This one.
We've released our clothing line, our apparel line in Anaconda. It's our second drop. We did one in summer last year. We've got a new summer one. You might throw off a few pictures.
I will. I'll put in a bit of a scroll reel here of what you can see online. Not all of the range is online, but we've doubled down this year. Last year it went bonkers. They sold out. Anaconda was stoked.
I was going to say, we sold out nationwide in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so they've really pumped it. And it's really good gear, so it's not overly branded. It's not like TAB merchandise. It's got simple logos on it. The stuff that Beck's got, it's just got a tiny little tag on it. Just a tiny little brand. That's a hat for Charlie.
And
I've got hats for the boys. I've got wicked t-shirts, and my favourite are the shorts. I've got boardies. I can't really show you. but they're like quick dry, lightweight, inbuilt undies, straight from the swimming in the surf or the, you know, water hole, straight to the pub for a beer.
That was the big thing. We wanted to take you from like beach to pub. So like I said, you can wear this to the beach, yet you can go out to a winery or whatever and whack a hat on it, a pair of boots, and you're sorted.
Stoked. So get around that. Thanks for all your support, guys. It's massive how you guys just make the world for us. We are so grateful.
So grateful,
it's unreal, and we're glad you're like already the feedback on this range is astonishing. Everyone's like, yeah, found it, awesome, love it, top last year. So
Anaconda,
well done.
We've literally launched it a week ago on social media, and they've already restocking the best sellers. Like they've put in another order. It's going that well. So check out the kids range. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, so proud.
All right, and number 3.
Oh, what was number? Oh,
these ones here. So if you would have seen when we did our van, or when we got the new van, we launched our van pockets, and they, well, we only ordered enough that we thought would last us a couple of months. It didn't. So we've had to wait for a while to get a restock. They are back in stock.
They are.
So you can order those as well. I will put a link here. But
you'd want to be quick. There is not that many left, so get in.
All right, let's kick off the Mount Beauty episode. Thanks for that, guys. Stoked as always. Thanks for your support. Well done on the book, dear. Of course. All right, let's get into it. Now, Dwayne was telling me, the bloke that runs the joint, is that it gets pretty busy here in summer too, because you can just float from here all the way down to the other caravan park, which is, I think it's called Monaghan's Bridge or something, a few k's away. So strap a couple of floaties together, put an esky in, a couple of beers, and you can float all the way down the river, get the wife to pick you up, and then come and do it all over again. How good's that? All right, I'm keen. I'll show you around Mount Beauty and Falls. How good's this, mate? They've got they call it a spa yurt. I don't know what yurt means, but the water's 42 degrees in there. It's like -2 outside. We're about to get a heap of snow overnight, and the kids are in here in a spa. This is mint.
-20 outside. It's not cold.
-20 outside.
It's not cold.
What's the verdict?
It's good.
How hot is it? Do you reckon you'll shrivel up pretty quick or what?
Oh yeah, at least like 35 degrees in there. I haven't even got wrinkles.
Not yet.
But it's not cold outside. This will be our shower for the day.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think you'll have another shower. It's pretty cool, but look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
Imagine having a night spa.
It's so nice and warm in here.
Oh, bubbles.
Righto, big day today. We are heading up the mountain from our little base camp here at Mount Beauty. Check it, look at that. Who's excited?
Me.
You excited?
Yeah, I am. It's going to be really fun. We're just having a low-key day, so it's nice. Like, we're just going to put the feelers out.
We are. I tell you what, it's a fair mission to get everyone ready out of the van with all your snow gear and everything. It's been an hour process already, and we still have it left.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, so it's only 30 k's from here to Falls Creek, right? So we are going to go up there for a day trip. Beck will tell you all about the passes and that you need on the way up there. We need to stop and get snow chains, get some toboggans, and we're just going to go and have a look up at Falls Creek, have a bit of a toboggan, bit of lunch, and just look around. They had 20 centimetres of snow overnight. How good's that?
Yeah, so we're pumped to get up there and see some fresh powder.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Hello.
You ready? Hello. All right, we'll go and get ready. I've got helmets, I've got goggles. We're going to get some toboggans. We're keen. We should be warm. And then if it gets too cold and everyone fluffs it, we can drive back down. Sound good?
Oh, easy, yeah. That's why we're taking the car. It's cool.
It is cool. It's very cool, literally. And then we might, I might come home and simmer up some mulled wine, dear. You reckon you'll have a warm sip of wine after a day on the snow?
I've never had mulled wine.
Me either.
So let's give it a go.
First stop, mate, is snow chains. So just across the road at Falls Creek Coaches. Heath, mate, he's a champion fella. Say good day, Heath.
How are you guys?
So you run Falls Creek Coaches?
Yeah, Falls Creek Coaches.
There you go. Now he's just by chance, he's actually good mates with Dwayne from the park at Mount Beauty. So he's put us on to Heath. He's going to take us up the mountain later in the bus too, one day. We'll go and check that out. But this is where you get the chains from, mate. Over the road, how much a day?
$25 a day for the first day and $10 a day each day after that.
Perfect. Now, if people are worried about it and need to know how you put them on, can you do a demo?
Yeah, we've got a demonstration wheel. We show all the customers how to do that.
Sweet. So it's not, you don't have to put them on. It's just an obligation or a legal thing. You have to have them in your car driving up the road.
Yep.
That's right. So what happens if you get a big dump of snow? They stop, you've got to put them on.
Yeah, you've got to, they tell you where to fit the chains when you have to do so.
Yep.
And then you've just got to carry them by law.
Sweet. There you go. And I think this is a traction aid, eh? Is that right?
Yeah, so you've got traction in the snow.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
See you on the bus later in the week.
Yeah, see you, mate.
Second stop, Alpine Diesel.
Can you say second?
Second stop.
Go again.
Second stop, Alpine Diesel.
If you're wondering why you need Alpine Diesel, it has like an anti-icing or an anti-freeze in it, which stops the diesel turning to jelly. So if you use normal diesel and you get up there and it's minus whatever temperatures, your diesel can turn to like a jelly consistency, and then it's not going to pump through your lines and that. All right, so that's where you need Alpine Diesel if you're going up the mountain. All right, we've just hit the Falls Creek Road. It's called Toboggan High Plains Road. It's 30 k's. Says it's going to take us 42 minutes because it's like a 5% grade and you're doing about 40 all the way, I'd reckon. Now, we just need to try and make it without Beck getting car sick, and we'll be right.
Standard.
Standard? All right, we'll show you a bit of this track on the way up, and we're going to a car park called Windy Plains, which is that right?
Yeah, I think Windy Creek, maybe? Oh, Windy something.
Windy something. It's where you go tobogganing and there's a cafe there. So that's where we're going.
Just gonna go and hang out, catch this fresh powder.
Love makes people do crazy things. Make you buy a gun, it'll make you buy a ring. Make you pick a headstone or a parakeet that sings.
You ready to toboggan, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah? Here you go. Well, so we found a spot. You come up to the last car park at Windy Hill, and the toboggan hill is just here. Your kids have got colour-coded toboggans ready to go. How fast are you going to go, Bear? So fast. Oh, it's all squeaky under your feet.
Oh my god, it's like sand.
There's so much snow here. All right, let's get down this toboggan hill. This looks fun, man. Yeah.
Okay.
First race, ready, set, go! You gonna have a go, Beck? Me and Beck are gonna race. You ready, babe?
Not really.
Not really? All right, let's go. Push, push, push. Away, away. I'm gonna take her over. Oh yeah, I'll get her. Yeah. Oh. Winner, yeah. You just run into a snowball.
Yeah.
We need a steeper hill, mate.
We do, 100%. I wonder if that one's
Ain't
steeper.
none of this beginner's rubbish.
No.
Let's hit the hard ones.
Advanced,
The
aren't we?
diamond toboggan run. Snowball in the face. Buzz! Beck's coming down. I'm going to hit her with a snowball on the way down. Look out! She'll probably clean me up. Oh, oi, 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 oi! Oh,
I just snapped it.
oh. What have you done? Oh, big horse. You deserve that.
No.
Hey? That's what happens when you borrow someone's toboggan.
Oh, Jamie. I'm so sorry.
Righto, this is a Windy Hill toboggan run. So we've been here about an hour. Kids are going to have a couple more goes and then we're going to get a hot jockey. I don't think we could have got a better day, mate. Like, it's fresh snow, sun's out, the wind's dying off. It's epic. All right, ready, steady, go! Oh, big roll.
Oh,
Story time.
the little wind the cafe at the tobogganing area was closed because they're short-staffed. So we're just going to jump in the car, head down the mountain to like the next car park and go into a cafe from there.
See what we can find. I reckon a pub. Is there a pub down there?
Hopefully. Kids are desperate for a hot chocolate.
Do you reckon you could make that drive down though?
Me driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon you could drive down that windy road?
Yes, I do.
Oh gosh.
Girl power.
I mean, that's the whole family in your hands.
I'm pretty safe, mate.
That's it, mate. Heading back down. What do you reckon, kids? First day on the mountain. Pretty cool?
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was cool. It was a good way to get our bearings around where we're going to be staying next week, what the lifts do, where to take the kids, where to toboggan, so where to book for dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
Which we're going to do.
Go for and have a drink, and I was so happy. Guess what I had with my lunch? I had a hot chocolate. It was called a boozy chocolate, and I had a hot chocolate with Baileys, and it was so good.
I scoped out all the pubs. There's a couple of good looking bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back on the job tonight to go and book them all. Because last time we went away, we went to Brisbane for the caravan show. Every time we went to go out for dinner, the places we wanted to go were booked out.
Is that a thing though in Falls?
Absolutely, I reckon.
It seems like there's a gazillion restaurants.
Yeah, mate. What, and there's not a gazillion restaurants in Brisbane?
Yeah.
And they're all booked out. Anyway, we're going to book them so we can actually go out and have some nice meals.
Do we take the kids though?
So,
it's not a nice meal when you take the kids.
True.
Apparently babysitting here. I joined a page on Facebook. It was called Falls Creek Babysitting. So if you want to go out and have a night with your other half or with your friends or whatever, and you want to get the kids looked after, you can just put a post on that page and get a babysitter. They're all, I think, like had their blue card, and they're all sort of like early childhood trainers and things. So that is always an option for you.
I'm going to do this anyway. Beck doesn't want me to, but Falls Creek Road, if you're not very good with motion sickness like old love here, have a look at her. How you feeling? Anyway, it's probably 27 k's the worst road that you'll ever do in your life. I think coming down is a lot worse. She was okay on the way up. What I could probably give you as a hot tip though, maybe take a travel sickness pill before you come up, otherwise it can sort of ruin your day. Beck's been feeling a bit off all day, and then take another one before you trip down. So anyway, I know the feeling. I'd be crook too. If I wasn't driving, I'd be crook as well, but I don't seem to get seasick when I'm driving, so seasick, travel sick. So there you go. It's a pretty shocking road. It's like super windy, and Beck loves it. Come on dear, tell us how much you love it.
Opposite.
Shut up, she said. Hey, I just want to throw a quick bit of info in for you. From here at the park, Mount Beauty, there's a track called the Pebble Beach track, is that right?
Yeah, Pebbly.
Pebbly Beach.
Something like
and
that.
it scoots around up the road a bit, across the bridge, and then you walk all the way down the river to like a rocky, pebbly, grassy swimming hole. Absolutely beautiful. I just run it. Halfway along, sort of, there's a little workout station as well. But I figured it out on my GPS and my phone to about 4.6 k's. So it's a good little run. It's one of the questions we get asked a lot. How do we keep fit on the road? Well,
we tag team, so I went for a walk and then I came back and Justin's ran it. But it's a really pretty walk. You like obviously go riverside the whole way down, you turn around and you've got beautiful mountain views on the way back. So
and I mean, we're trying to do something every couple of days. It's been a bit hard in this cold weather. And I'll tell you what, I don't know whether it's because we haven't seen a winter in so many years, or we're just being a bit lazy and eating too much winter warmers, but I've packed on weight pretty quick on this winter trip. I'm like, it's not normal. I think my body's in shock because of the cold weather. Going, what are you doing to me? So it's like putting on some padding in survival mode. It's my excuse anyway. It's not the beer.
1,000 beers you're drinking.
Anyway, yeah, it's good here, and I'm about to go and play tennis with the boys. So heaps to do, and you can keep your fitness up. It's like middle of winter. It's end of August. It's like it's 18-degree day.
It's so beautiful today. It's
so bloody nice.
Ridiculous.
All right, this is something new for me. Have a look. We're all camoed up. I feel like I should be talking with a bit of a Texan drawl. Anyway, meet Dwayne. Dwayne owns the park Mount Beauty, him and Alex. I'm going to call them Australia's youngest caravan park owners. Do you reckon I'd be right?
Yeah, we get that a lot. Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't met anyone younger running a park. That's where we're staying, in Mount Beauty, and exploring the area, and we'll take you up the falls next week and show you on snow. But Dwayne is a mad hunter, and today we're going to go and try and get a sandbar deer. Is that right?
That's it, mate. They can be tricky, but we'll do our best.
So there we go. That's why we're doing a bit of yakking here, because as soon as we start walking in the bush, we've got to be super stealth.
Yeah.
And we're only get 1 or 2 shots at them if we can find one. But it's not just a trophy hunt. We're going to go and get some meat. Dwayne can show us how to butcher it in the field, and we'll take some venison home and maybe cook up a few dishes. The last time I had venison was on a spicy pizza in Canada, so might try and reinvent that one. Or a bit of backstrap. Apparently that goes all right too,
yeah,
eh?
Yeah.
So we'll give you a look, but I'll tell you what, if you're not into hunting, I'll put a little time code here. You can skip forward and miss this bit. It won't be too gory, but I think it's a great way to show the kids too that not all your dinner and not all your meat comes from the grocery store, eh? You got to go and see where it comes from. You keen, Jack?
Yeah.
Just Jack today too, because we're trying to be stealth. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
Oi, how many deer did we get, mate? What's that, donuts? We did. We saw a couple, mate, but I think we were too loud and I probably stink too much, so they run off. I didn't get a shot, but anyway, thanks, mate. We know what it's all about.
We had a ball, we'll do it again.
Mate, it's hunting, not catching. It's the same as fishing, and you know I'm pretty useless at that. So. But the good thing is Dwayne's got a fair bit in his freezer at home, so I still might get a feed of venison.
Jerky.
Jerky, oh
Yeah.
All right, well done, Roo. You did well. Hey, old Rambo. Say g'day, Tom. G'day, Tom. Hey, we're going to make some jerky. This is not the deer we got the other night, because guess what, we didn't get one, but I told you Dwayne had heaps in the freezer. We're going to give you a quick sort of DIY on how to do some venison jerky. The man himself, he's a bit of an expert at it, I reckon. But what's the best cut to use, mate?
I like to use the backstrap.
Yep.
Only because, well, I've got endless venison. That's number one. I can get as many backstraps as I want, but also there's very little sinew and fat on it. So we'll just get rid of this little bit of sinew.
Yep.
Slice her up in the meat slicer here.
And then dehydrator.
Yeah.
All right,
we'll slice it up.
We'll run you through the gear. Anyway, this is his setup in the man cave. So we've got a little 240 volt slicer, a couple of good knives. Don't let me near the knives. I'm pretty average with sharp stuff. The venison, and then there's a dehydrator and a heap of spices. So
Yeah.
we'll have to. Is it a secret recipe or can we share that?
No, it's a shared recipe.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. Happy days. All right, well, we'll do that, and I'll take you through a few of the little processes. But it's going to take a while. We have to let it melt in for a while, like the seasoning.
Yep.
And then we'll chuck it in the dehydrator and we can eat it tomorrow. Happy days.
Awesome.
Hey, while we've got Dwayne, I'm putting him on the spot, but give us a quick 5 on the park, mate. Like, how did that come about? So family affair, and now you and Alex run it. How long have you been here, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so we've bought in with my brother about 13 years ago.
Yep.
Bought it off my parents.
Yeah.
And then we bought out my brother about 7 years ago.
Yep.
So 6 years ago. So yeah, Alex and I now have been a few years on our own, and we've got a good crew of staff. We've got a couple of managers, nice young vibrant couple.
Yep.
And a great team of cleaning staff.
Like, it's one of them things when we tell you a lot, like, it's about the vibe of a place. It's really nice here. It's family friendly, it's relaxed. Everyone's sort of here for the same reason, to enjoy themselves, hit the snow, explore, relax. And I can't wait to come back in summer, mate.
Oh,
We've got the river there is just calling me to go bloody floating down with an esky. But we'll have to wait, it's too bloody cold. So anyway, that's the park. We're going to show you more. Dwayne and Alex also got a pretty cool little, it's like a little hut we can go and hire. And I've organised with these guys to take Beck out there for a birthday, so good husband I am. So we'll show you the log cabin as well. It's going to be really nice. But first things first, jerky. Let's get into it.
Righto. Just cut into sort of bits that are manageable size.
That'd be a good little roast size like that.
Yeah.
That's enough
we've just cut up the meat, and now these are all pre-made spices, right? So Dwayne gets them from this mob. They're called High Mountain Jerky. What are they in the States or something, mate?
They're American.
Yeah. So you just buy a few different flavors. Now the first one, this is like a Kiwa, and that you dust that over, and that just stops it going off. Is that right?
Yep. So then, yeah, the Kiwa's got to soak in for 24 hours. You cure it on both sides, and then you add your flavour.
You said have at it.
And then chuck it all in a bag and shake it all around so it's all evenly spread.
Yep.
And then we let it sit for 24 hours.
All right. So what do we got? We got the Kiwa, and then you got an original.
Yep.
And then a Cajun. Is that right?
Yep.
And
Cajun.
then
I want to do the Cajun.
I think this pepper one the kids reckon's too hot, so we're going to make it all pepper because the kids always eat it before we get a chance. But that's it. So you don't even have to make up your own spice mix. You can obviously just mix and match whatever you like. But I didn't even know these guys existed. How good's that? High Mountain Jerky. I love jerky, eh? It's so good. All right, have at it, Tom. Show us how it's done.
Yep.
All right, that's both sides done, cured, dusted with flavour. We've got two different flavours. We've got Cajun and original. And then you chuck it in a bag, give it a shake around, and then stick it in the fridge overnight to let the cure set. Then we will chuck it in here tomorrow. And how long do you leave it in the dehydrator for, Dwayne?
Depends on if you like your jerky, chewy, or if you like it crunchy, but somewhere between 7 and 9 hours.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And what temp do you set that at?
Good question. I'm pretty sure it's about 70.
Yeah, right.
Makes 65 to 70 degrees.
Oh, there you go. All right, so we'll do that, and we'll show you the finished product. We might just have to crack another growler of beer and have a tasting, I reckon.
Sweet.
I can't wait.
I wrote this song for all my no-good friends who's just getting by, just like me.
Righto, big jobs on today. Got a couple of jobs to do on the van. We're going to put in some curved roof rafters and also some travelling awning supports, right, which go on the barrel when you're travelling, stop all that shake and stuff. So I'll give you a look, because we're at Mount Beauty, so we got them delivered just via post, right, through Parcel Collect, and they're from Aussie Traveller. So you've got mid-awning supports and you've got the curved roof rafters. So we got two of them. You can get 2, 3, 4, depending on how big your awning is. I'm going to run 2, and I'm going to install them and show you how to do it. So it's super easy. You only need a few hand tools, which I've borrowed from the lovely fella at the Mount Beauty RV Park, Dwayne, so thanks, mate. Anyway, this is how they come. Boom. They come packed in a box like this, show up at the post office. So it's something you could probably do pretty easily on the road, because we run out of time to do it at home, and I think a lot of people would probably forget about it until they run into the whole issue of wind flapping their awning and getting water stuck in them. So that's the two biggest benefits of these. Because it stretches the fabric with the curved part of the rafter, it takes out a bit of the flap in some breeze, and it also stops the water pooling in it. Like, we were pretty lucky the other night, it rained pretty heavy. I got up in the morning and there was a big belly of water in it. So this stops that, because it provides that bit of a curve, all the water runs off and you're not going to trash your awning. We were pretty close, mate, to it being like collapsing. It was super heavy. So, all right, I'll show you the tools you need and how to do it. It's pretty simple. Righto, tools needed, mate. You just need a drill kit. I've got a small drill for a pilot hole, and then you need a 3/8 drill for the spigot. So this is the spigot of the curved roof rafter, right? And then all you do is you mount these little clips up in your sail track for your awning, and you drill a couple of holes in your awning barrel, and that's it. You put one end in the clip, the other end in the barrel, and you extend it and lock it off. So these things here, I'll show you when I fit them, they've got a little adjusting nut on them. You undo that, slide it out to whatever length it is to provide tension, then do it up. Happy days. That's all you need. And I've also borrowed a bit of this, so a bit of black sticker flex. So anytime I put screws or anything on the outside of the van, I always do really good sticker flex on there, because it acts like a glue, but it also a sealant, so you don't get any water in, right? Now, the other thing you're gonna have to do is measure it up. So I need a tape. I've got 2 awning supports, so I need to divide my awning into 3. So it's 5.5 meters long. So that's 5,500 divided by 3 equals 1833. So then from either end of here, I measure 1833 millimeters in. There you go. You come 20 mil down from the fabric and you drill a hole in here. And then I do the same for the other end. So I've come 1833 mil in, drill a hole in this one, and then do the same on your caravan side. You just put your little bracket in and screw it in to the same sail track where the awning material is, and you should be right, as long as you've measured from the same spot and the same distance. Be Bob's your uncle, mate. All right, I'll get back to, you right, dear?
I'm good timing, I heard a name.
Beck's gonna come and hold this, and I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Righto, this is where I measure from. So just put your tape on the end of your material, come along.
Do you want me to hold that?
No, it's all good. Here we go, 1833. Make a mark there. Try not to draw on your awning like I just did. And then come 20 mil down from the fabric. Make a mark.
How do you even know this?
I read the instructions, mate.
Oh.
So come in here, there you go. There's a nice little cross there.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I've marked this other end. So I just need to come down 20 mil. Here we go.
I thought it was one of those things where you have pointless information in your brain.
Mate, I
like
don't have any
always.
pointless information.
You have loads of pointless stuff.
And then you got to start with the pilot hole. So I want to make sure it goes directly in here. So I'm just going to drill straight in. There you go. Now it is aluminium, so it's not going to be super hard to go through. I'll do the other one. There you go. That's the pilot hole done. Now we put in a 3/8 one. The 3/8 drill is the right size for this spigot, which is this jobby here. So there you go. Like that. It actually could probably... Make sure you do check the size of your drill and make sure it's 3/8. If you're wondering what's going on here, I clipped the end of my finger with an axe doing firewood the other day, so it's my little protective sleeve on the end of it. I'm just going to check that because it looks a bit big, and then I'll do the proper hole. All right, here we go, proper hole, straight in.
Don't stuff this.
Done. All right.
Nailed it.
And we'll double check it. The good thing is, if it's too small, it don't matter. Oh yeah, happy days, look at that. Straight in. Now we just got to put the brackets on up at the sail track end, right? So this is the bracket that goes onto your sail track. Now when you measure your distance out, same as what you did on your awning barrel, go from the same spot, the edge of the fabric, but remember, that distance will be the center of this bracket, all right? So you need to allow either side, mark the center, and then put your bracket in the center of that, and that's where you're going to mount your holes, all right? And you're going to drill your holes either side of that center line. Is that on their fabric?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Here we go. There's my line there. That's the center line, 1833. So you want to put the bracket directly in the middle, just like that. There we go, here's our little holes. I'm going to put some Sikaflex on here because I want to seal it up around where the brackets go. And here. Done. Alright, moment of truth. The bracket's on. I'll give you a quick look actually what it looks like. So, you'll see there, it's just screwed on nicely through the sail track. Bit of silicone, or bit of Sikaflex coming out either side. I'm not going to put these in properly. I'm going to leave that Sikaflex to set overnight before we use it, just because I want it to act like a glue as well, right? But I'll show you how they work. This is the clip up one end. All you do is drop him in to the bracket, like so. Feed him up this way. Slide him straight. Is he going to go in the hole? You reckon?
Thank you.
Oh,
Yay.
there you go. And then you just stretch that out, a bit of tension, and then tighten the knob. And then I don't know if you can see it already, but see how it takes the weight of the fabric and gives it that bit of a curved roof. So it stops flapping and it stops the water. Anyway, I'll put the other one in and give you a look at what it looks like finished product. But even fluffing around with the camera, it took me 15 minutes. So it's a 10-minute job. You just got to make sure you measure twice, drill once. Dad taught me that. All right, quick rundown. Here you go. It's all finished. 2 curved roof rafters installed. Let's do a quick recap on what we did. So a couple of holes in the brackets go up in the sail track up there. Swing down here. A couple of 10mm holes go in the barrel. super easy, that's it. Bit of Sikaflex and Whooshka. Bob's your uncle, mate. Look at that. No more rain, no more wind flapping. And then check it out. I'll swing up here. You can see how much tension goes on the top of the fabric there. Happy days, mate. Look at that. Our own little curved roof house, mate. Yes. Hey, while you're in Mount Beauty, we just went and did this. I'll show you some video in a minute. But because it's a rainy day, we were looking for something to do. I found this spot on Wikicamps called Mermaid's Pool. And it's only about 5 minutes from where we're staying at the park. Oh, can you see that? Anyway, I'll drop it in the pin on Wikicamps. It's a beautiful little walk, like 600 metres.
So cute.
And if it was summertime, oh, it'd be so good
You'd
for a
go
swim.
swimming, yeah, for sure.
Anyway, little hot tip for you to check out if you get some bad weather or if you get good weather while you're in Mount Beauty. What do you reckon about Mermaid Beach?
Beautiful. It's nice going these little hikes when you're rugged up. I like it.
Got nits.
Oh, no.
How cool's that?
Yeah. Oh,
While
super
workers
hydro.
completed the hydro scheme in the 50s, families used to come here for a swim. There's a diving board. Oh. You going in for a dip?
No, be absolutely minus 12.
Mate, do you know what? What temperature does water freeze at?
I know, I'm just saying.
There you go, look at that. That's where the diving board used to be. You could jump out into there, that's sick. Wow. You know how cold that water would be, Jack?
Yeah, like -3.
Ask your mum, it's minus 12, she reckons. That's so pretty. You need to come here in summertime, hey, look at that. You alright?
Yeah.
What did you just do?
Oh, I just fell down.
Hey, if you're wondering how big Mount Beauty is and if you need to load up on supplies and stuff before you get here, then don't worry, mate. There's obviously, there's about, I think the population sign says 2,700 or something, but it's a bit old. I reckon it's probably a bit over 3,000 by now. But it's got a food works in town, which has got all your groceries that you need. And then directly across from the park where we're staying is a brewery, perfect. And right next to the brewery is a butcher. So I've loaded up on a big rump from the butcher and a few other little treats. And I've got plenty of beer. They serve these growlers over at the Crank Handle Brewery. They're like a big 2-litre jug of beer. And you can just get them filled for like 30 bucks and just come home and keep pouring yourself a beer. But I've been into the food works, loaded up on some stuff for this stew tonight. We're going to go and start the fire, get some coals cranking, have a stew by the Kiwa River, mate. It's rushing hard, but just, I hope this bloody rain holds out. It's unpredictable down here, down Victoria. That's why I told Beck we could never live in Victoria, is because it's just, the weather, mate, is just like 4 seasons in one day. It's hectic, you can't plan. All right, oh, geez, go away, clouds. And here we are. The other good thing about Mount Beauty, mate, is that you can actually be anywhere in town within like 2 minutes of your caravan. It's gold. Wop, wop. Campfire time. Hey, you can get timber here up the front. It's 30 bucks a wheelbarrow load. Just bring it down. There's a couple of these big fire pits along the waterfront where you can get like movable ones as well in big steel barrels. But we're going to cook on the fire this afternoon. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us. I'm either going to do a stew or a roast in the camp oven. Haven't decided yet, but the kids are on. We're going to stack all the firewood. Get it cranking nice and early. It's not even lunchtime yet. It's bloody cold too. Why am I in a t-shirt? Ready to go. It's Billy's turn to light the fire. He's gonna give you his top tip on how to start a campfire. What's your top tip? Let Dad do it? No, we don't do that. I let all the kids take it in turns. So I think Jack lit the last one, or Charlie. So now it's Billy. My top tip for you guys is to put plenty of fire starter in there. So grab you a bit of cocoa, man. You know your fire lighter that you buy, just the compressed white stuff?
You gave me a
This here. You normally get a box of it for like $2.50. You can start a fire with like this much. I generally give them half the box because it just makes it super easy for them to light a fire.
You still give me the whole box.
Yeah, I know. Because we've got wet timber, I'm using a whole box. But just makes it easy. They don't get discouraged from the fire not going well, and it's more exciting for them. So, and one of these, super easy.
Can't use a different lighter. That one's too hard.
Or matches. Matches are good too. Yeah, finish that. We'll light her up. There you go. Yeah. Got him. All right. Start in the middle and then work your way out so you don't burn your fingers.
Okay.
Dinner time, mate. What do you reckon?
I'm keen. Stew. You can't go past a stew in the winter.
All right. Well, I'll hold the camera. You
Keen.
show everyone how you're going to do it.
No, this is your domain. You're a way better cook than me. I'm
Hey,
hopeless.
I tell you what, I'd love to do it outside. Check it. Like, what an outlook. But it's just starting to drizzle a little bit of rain, which is annoying. But I'm committed to making this stew. So I'm going to prep it inside, and I'm going to get some charcoal going on my other little barbecue out here. And then we're going to sit the camp oven on that and keep the fire cranking as much as we can, all right? Beck's just making toasties for the kids. But I'm going to run you through my recipe. So it's going to be a beef and bacon stew. We're going to put potato, onion, sweet potato, carrot in it. And then I've also got some fresh parsley to put on at the end. And I'm going to do up a bit of garlic butter and do this Chinese broccoli. I normally do broccolini, but it's hard to be found, mate. I just can't find it anywhere. And you know what? I was going to buy beans. Guess how much beans were?
What?
$39 a kilo.
Oh my God.
I know. So I went, all right, I'm going to put some leek in it, and we'll have some fresh Chinese broccoli at the end.
Oh.
So what you use, I'll show you as we get going. I also got a bit of 12 blend soup mix, so it's like a few lentils and whatnot. Bit of Worcestershire sauce, extra brown onion gravy to make it to thicken it up at the end if you want. Bit of beef stock, and the secret ingredient, mate, which you probably all know and everyone uses, is French onion soup mix. It's like $1 a bag, and it's probably the best flavour, I reckon, for a stew. So I roll my meat in that and cook it off, and I also add one of these in. I chuck a bit of everything in. Beef goulash. Woohoo! It goes good. Now tell me, the last stew I did would have been at Winjana Gorge, mate. Do you remember how good that was? Remember how good my last stew was, really?
Oh, yeah, that was our last night on the give. Yeah, and it was stifling hot.
It's been that long.
And you made a stew.
Oh, yeah, no.
I had all this stuff I need to use, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So the good thing about a stew, sorry mate.
Can you put Vegemite in it?
I can. The secret ingredient I was going to show you later is a spoonful of Vegemite. I don't know why, but it is. I learned that from an old bushy one time. But it's a great way to get rid of stuff if you need to as well, like potatoes, onions, veggies.
Let's see if you throw anything in it.
Chuck it all in,
Yeah.
literally sit it on the coals
Look at me
for a
sounding
good
like
3 or
an
4
expert.
hours. Oh mate, you know it all. Anyway, I'm going to do that and show you outside. It's bloody nice. We'll sit out there, and then I'm going to have a crack at this mulled wine, mate. You keen?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
All right, we'll try that. I bought a few herbs and spices and a bit of orange. We're going to try and put a nice bottle of red over the coals and make a mulled wine. Well, I'm not too sold on it, but we'll see how we go. Here we go, hot peanut oil, French onion steak, straight in. Just be careful you don't splash yourself. So, it would hurt.
Oh, there's a few red bits. Does that
Doesn't matter. I think it's mainly round off. Nah, just joking. That's what happened when I hit it with the axe the other day, trying to bloody cut firewood. Pretty ordinary, eh? Time for the secret ingredient. Check it, check it, check it. What you do is you throw a teaspoon of this in. Now you don't want to put one massive lump in, because sometimes it doesn't dissolve. So put like a teaspoon over that side and a teaspoon over in this one. Here we go. Oh yeah. I don't know what it is, just a bit of salty, yeasty sort of flavour, but tell you what, works a treat. Jacko swears by it, don't you, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to tip the rest of this stuff in, so here we go. Potatoes, lentils, Vegemite, Can I have that spoon there, Roo? Get all that in there. Now, can you chuck me that other bowl there? And there's the rest of the veggies straight in. Yeah.
Ooh.
Onions, leeks, garlic, heaps of garlic, mate. Bit of soy, a bit of Worcestershire, and then
And Vegemite.
a whole thing of stock. And you top it off with a bit of beer and red wine too. I don't think you can really go wrong as long as you just get all your flavours right. Beef stock, chuck all that in. And I'm just going to let it sit here, mull away, just simmer for like 3 hours. Make a garlic bread. Oh, smoke and the onions have got me. Have a couple of beers, make this mulled wine. What do you reckon? Looks alright, Rui?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hungry for the road all my life, thirsty for adventure all my youth, chasing all my freedoms down Liberty Avenue. And every time I hear a phrase my mother used to say to me, everything happens for a reason. I get the feeling I need a little taste of home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Nothing like kitchen conversation, steam coming up off the stove, photographs down the staircase showing our stories unfold. And every time I hear a song my father used to sing to me,